Today, 1 billion of us connected on Facebook. But what is a billion? Really, what is it? Look closely, and you'll see more than a number. It's moms and little brothers and cousins of cousins. There's Sam, Dante, Ingrid, and Lawrence. It's camping trips, religion, and whatever this is. There's likes, loves, and unfortunately still some hate. Look past the number. You'll find friendships, all kinds of friendships. School friends, work friends, friends of friends, and the friends you forgot that didn't forget you. That is a billion. And while it's a big number, today it somehow feels smaller than it ever has.
Mark Zuckerberg was a Harvard freshman with a gift for computer programming. Less than a decade later, he is the baby-faced, multi-billionaire power broker who rubs shoulders with the president.
My name is Barack Obama, and I'm the guy who got Mark to wear a jacket and tie.
I think most people still haven't really digested the scale of Facebook or how quickly it's grown.
The goal is obviously to get to ubiquity. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg wants everyone to be on this service.
He transformed a dorm room project into the internet's biggest global village. The site now has over 900 million users.
You can't underestimate how driven Mark Zuckerberg really is.
Zuckerberg is just as visionary as Steve Jobs. He's going to prove just as influential as Bill Gates.
Today, the 28-year-old CEO has accumulated a net worth estimated at $15.5 billion.
Mark's mission from the beginning was about connecting people, and it was clearly based on this theory that if the world were more connected, it would be a better place.
Membership is free, and the site is primarily funded through advertising revenue. Facebook's founder, Mark Zuckerberg, has become the 7th richest person in America with a net worth of approximately $35 billion. But Facebook isn't just about social media. The company has acquired a number of tech startups and continues to grow. In 2012, Facebook bought the image app Instagram for $1 billion, and 2 years later purchased the messenger program WhatsApp for $22 billion. The increased partnerships across different social media platforms have helped Facebook diversify.
I'm in this really lucky position where I get to wake up every day and help serve more than 1 billion people, right? And I feel like I'm not doing my job if I spend any of my energy on things that are silly or frivolous about my life, so that way I can dedicate all of my energy towards just building the best products and services and helping us reach our goal and achieve this mission of helping to connect everyone in the world and giving them the ability to stay connected with the people that they love and care about.
Learning how to program didn't start off as wanting to learn all of computer science or trying to master this discipline or anything like that. It just started off because I wanted to do this one simple thing. I wanted to make something that was fun for myself and my sisters, and I wrote this little program and then basically just add a little bit to it. And then when I needed to learn something new, I looked it up either in a book or on the internet and then added a little bit to it. Just to think that, I mean, you can start something in your college dorm room and you can have a set of people who haven't built a big company before come together and build something that 1 billion people use as part of their daily lives is just crazy to think about, right? It's humbling and it's amazing.
We're back now at 7:42 with the controversy surrounding the new movie, The Social Network. It's Hollywood's take on the creation of Facebook. NBC's Mara Schiavocampo has details on this. Mara, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Matt. When he created Facebook, 26-year-old Mark Zuckerberg made his fair share of enemies. He was accused of stealing the idea for the website, an allegation that will now play out on the big screen.
Your best friend is suing you for $600 million.
I didn't know that. Tell me more.
The Social Network, Hollywood's take on the web's biggest drama.
Site got 2,200 hits within 2 hours.
22,000. Wow.
Depicting how Facebook was founded in 2004 by then Harvard University sophomore Mark Zuckerberg. The big screen account is anything but flattering.
You made Facebook.
Portraying Zuckerberg as a socially awkward, self-centered computer geek who stole the idea for Facebook from his friends. As depicted in the film, the alleged betrayal paid off big.
$1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool? You? $1 billion.
Making the college dropout one of the world's richest people, worth an estimated $4 billion by 25. But it didn't come without a cost. Zuckerberg's former classmates, identical twins Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, sued him in 2004, saying they hired the computer prodigy for help with their social networking site months before Facebook launched. But Zuckerberg decided to steal their ideas and the business plan and to launch his own website.
He had accumulated so much notoriety, wealth, and power that author Ben Mesrick had written a book about him and the founding of Facebook.
This story started for me at an email I received just out of the blue to my website, and Eduardo Saverin was angry. He wanted to tell his story. He had co-founded Facebook with Mark Zuckerberg, and then he said had been kicked out of the company, and he felt betrayed, and he wanted to talk.
Saverin talked to Mesrick for 6 months about a lawsuit he'd filed against his former Harvard classmate for diluting Saverin's share of the company. According to Mesrick, Facebook found out Eduardo was talking to him.
And they essentially settled with Eduardo. Nobody knows for sure what happened, but what I've heard is he got 5% of Facebook, and he had to sign an agreement that said he would never speak to Ben Mesrick again.
Mark Zuckerberg is absolutely known to be aloof and arrogant and avoids big public social situations. He seems to very much keep to himself. He's pretty awkward.
Question? In the 16th email, you raised concerns about the site's functionality. Were you leading them on for 6 weeks?
No.
Then why didn't you raise any of these concerns before?
It's raining.
I'm sorry?
It just started raining.
Mr. Zuckerberg, do I have your full attention?
No.
Do you think I deserve it?
What?
Do you think I deserve your full attention?
I had to swear an oath before we began this deposition, and I don't want to perjure myself, so I have a legal obligation to say no.
Okay, no. You don't think I deserve your attention?
I think if your clients want to sit on my shoulders and call themselves tall, they have a right to give it a try, but there's no requirement that I enjoy sitting here listening to people lie. You have part of my attention. You have the minimum amount. The rest of my attention is back at the offices of Facebook, where my colleagues and I are doing things that no one in this room, including and especially your clients, are intellectually or creatively capable of doing.
Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg has joined an elite new club, pledging to give most of his money to charity. Following the example of billionaires like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, he says there's so much that needs to be done and that it's best to start now and beyond. Even following this whole movement, and Zuckerberg was joined yesterday by a total of 17.
Yeah, there's
families
17 total, but Zuckerberg is making headlines. He's also the youngest out of these 17 as well. And while his company may yet to go public, there are those who already are comparing Mark Zuckerberg to the likes of Warren Buffett and Bill Gates when it comes to their influence on society. This latest move brings him that much closer to that elite club.
He is the elusive 26-year-old Harvard dropout, founder of the phenomenon we know as Facebook, worth an estimated $6.9 billion, and now the latest to sign on to the Giving Pledge. Mark Zuckerberg now joins the likes of billionaires Larry Ellison, film director George Lucas, New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg, and over 50 others to sign on to the Giving Pledge, an effort by Bill Gates and Warren Buffett urging the world's wealthiest to give the bulk of their riches to charity.
You know, the way we think about what we're doing is just that there's this incredible movement on the internet towards people being empowered to share what they want and to stay connected with people. We certainly weren't the first people to do this.
Many say that Zuckerberg's company, which recently announced 500 million users, is changing the face of social networking. And just as his company evolves before our very eyes, you might say the same for its founder.
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning news.
Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg and his wife were the most generous American philanthropists last year. They donated 18 million Facebook shares worth almost $1 billion to a Silicon Valley charity in December. Zuckerberg's Facebook page says his net worth is $28 billion.
The pregnancy has been really fun. We're really looking forward to meeting her. Mark is really looking forward to meeting her.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been 37 weeks, so I think it's time for her to come out. I would like, it's my turn to hold her. Having this child has made us think about all of the things that should be improved in the world for her whole generation. The only way that we reach our full human potential is if we're able to unlock the gifts of every person around the world.
We need to make sure that there are investments in programs that ensure that the future isn't going to be like today. The future is going to be better than today.
You know, what does it take to make it so that people don't get sick anymore? Can we build more inclusive and welcoming communities? Can people in the next generation learn and experience 100 times more things than we can? I think the answer to that is yes. And I just think that means that we have a basic moral responsibility to tilt our investments somewhat more as a society and as individuals.
Starting our work now in investing in the future is an easy decision for us.
You know, it's hard to move these things in the short term, right? These are big, complex systems. Like doing anything that you want to well in the world, that just takes practice. I mean, you're not going to be perfect at it the first time, and in the projects that we're going to try to do in education and science and health and community building, we will learn lessons over time and hopefully get better and better.
We're expecting our little girl any day now, and we want her to have the benefits of an entire generation that is able to take advantage of all that we're able to create.
You know, she and everyone in her generation really should be able to live much better lives than we can in all these ways, and I hope that, you know, not just our child, but, you know, everyone in our community has an opportunity to go on and have an even bigger impact in the world.